for watching the video. Today I've got this old radiator here that I need to get out of this 1963 Mercury. This is a 390 engine, and I can't really run the engine because it gets hot so fast, and this radiator will not retain water. I put a garden hose up to it a few days ago and it just poured out water. So I'm going to try to maybe get this repaired somewhere locally here. One reason I haven't really worked on this is because a new radiator is going to cost $500-600 bucks, and I'll have to get it online. And so I'm just not able to really do anything on this. So I'm going to try to get it out today. It looks like, you know, it's going to be fairly simple. It's not a whole lot of rust, I'm hoping. I did spray these transcoolant lines with some JB or some PB Blaster. So we're going to have to remove that bottom hose. I mean, that thing is petrified. It's like a rock. That's a rock right there. So that's going to break, I'm sure. And then the cowl here, and then the upper radiator hose, and that's not as bad as the lower. So yeah, it's not so bad as far as getting it out. Let's go ahead and get started on it. All right, here's how I'm going to try to get this off. So I'm going to have to hold the fitting right here. Take this crescent wrench and put it underneath the cowl here. Try to lock it in place. We're going to take the 5/8. We're going to try to break it loose there. May need to spray a little more lubricant. All right, let me get right back after I do that. All right, let's see if something's going to break. Hopefully it's something good. Alright, wasn't able to get that on film. It was just taking too long, but really what I did was I went ahead and lubed it more and tried to tighten it on there a little bit, then went back and loosened it. You know, it was able to get that lube, I guess, into some of the threads there by trying to tighten it first. But look at that, that's beautiful. So that's the upper one, really nice looking. All right, now we go for the lower, which is probably going to be harder. At least it looks harder. All right, there we go. Little back and forth, lubricant, a lot of lubricant. I'm going to lock it in here with my pipe. So we're good on those trans lines. Looks like we're saved them, may be able to use them again. Threads on them are probably going to be okay. At least the top one here looks awesome. Okay, these are 1/2 inch. Okay, so this should just come right up like that. We're going to put these back in place for right now. These two were quite a bit bigger. Okay, down here at the lower radiator hose, you can see that clamp there. That's not a OEM clamp. So someone has put that on there, but it's still been on there for 40 years. And no problem loosening it. Doesn't mean that hose is going to come off any easier. I would cut it if it wasn't petrified there. It's like a rock. We'll just pry it off. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take it off up here at the housing, thermostat housing, I guess, or the water pump housing, whatever that is, and just remove the whole hose along with the radiator. Look at that rust. Look at that. Dang. That's not cool. Look at that. I highly doubt that water pump is going to function either. Okay, so look at that. That's incredible. All that rust in there. All right, so look at this old clamp here. It's definitely a factory clamp. 10 millimeter was easy to loosen. I'm not sure I know how to do this here. So you can see as you tighten it, it pulls up and tightens. So you should be able to like push down maybe. Okay, to get the clamp off, I don't know how to do it really, so I'm just going to try to kind of disassemble it here. Thing's not budging. So it appears it may be bolted in at the bottom as well. I think there's 2 bolts. I've got a wrench on one anyway. And I think another, well, one is over here, but I hope there's not a center one. But we're going to try to get this one out first and see if that's what we need to get this thing out of here. So just pull this half inch bolt out of the radiator. So I guess that was part of its mount system. Seems like it's going to come out if we do the other side, and hopefully there's just one more on the other side and not a middle one. So let me start on that side. I think I said that's a half inch. So the radiator is now resting. Here we go. Here we go. All right, there's that bolt. All right, let's see if we can get it out now. Here's why, if you're going to store a car for long periods of time, you need to drain the coolant, or at least take the cap off the radiator so that it can evaporate easier, because this thing has rusted up, and that's what is causing it to leak, more than likely. So what I'm going to do is try to find something to plug this up, and we're going to pour some water in it and see if we can find out where it's leaking from. See all that green there? That's pretty sure that's holes in the tubes. So let's try to do that. Let's try to find something to plug it up. So I'm just setting the radiator up here. Got it somewhat plugged at the end. That's plastic and it's just a cup, so it, may have a crack in it. I'm not sure. Can't really see a crack, but just setting it up like you see here. So we're going to put a garden hose to it, and we're going to take a look and see a little more specific here. So it's going in, it's filling, and it's leaking, and so that's a good thing there, but it's leaking down here. See, I'm gonna turn that off. Okay, so it's starting to leak. See some of those fins or the tubes it's leaking from. So I'm going to have to take this and see if I can get it fixed or repaired. I don't know anything about that. I don't know if they're going to laugh at me or what, but I'm going to attempt to have it repaired before I have to buy a new one. If I have to buy a new one, it's going to be a long time before I work on the car anymore here. In the meantime, I'm going to take that off, and I'm just going to flush the whole thing, and we can take a look at some of that rust coming out. Got it turned back on. So I guess that's going to be it. If I get some progress on this, get it repaired, or get another one, I will pick up from there. Whoa. For now, I guess that'll be it. Thank you for watching the video. Until next time, have a nice day. Take care. It's fairly dry back here.